drop-down menu. Move my picture so you see it too. I'm going to draw the arrow back so you see what I'm pointing to. We see from the drop-down menu that I have a choice of choosing Optimize Audio. If I click on Optimize Audio, it depends on how much bandwidth I have available. So if I'm in Seychelles or Samoa, Cayman Islands, studying the program, what happens is during the lecture, when I click Optimize Audio, it may degrade, or probably will degrade, my video quality because it's allowing less bandwidth. It's restricting the packet bandwidth for the video transmission and reception, and maximizing it for the audio transmission and reception. Now, before you do number 2, that is optimize your audio, you'll have already turned your video off. So you're not going to be sending any video, but you're going to be receiving. So when you hit optimize audio, the video you're receiving may degrade. In fact, if you're in like Seychelles, it may just automatically turn off reception of the video altogether, and you may only be able to hear, that's using voice over internet protocols, VoIP, you may only be able to hear the audio because the MegaMeeting software, the program's determined that you only have enough bandwidth. By example, you're on a dial-up. If you're using 64K, you shouldn't have your video, you should definitely have your video turned off, you should definitely have optimized audio on, and you should tell your instructor, or, as we'll see in a moment, you would email or call MegaMeeting and tell them, so that under host options, you won't be able to do this as a guest. But if the teacher can do this for you, under host options, they would, under user rights, by example, for Professor Byrnes, they would be able to go in and turn your ability to receive video, send video on off, and that would allow you to have the minimum amount of bandwidth necessary to receive MegaMeeting. Now, what a lot of instructors will do is when they know they have a lot of international students, they have Samoa, Cayman, Seychelles, Russia, India, China, and then we have American students and Canadian and so forth. So we have all these different bandwidths. And so usually we start, as you know, our lectures at 8 a.m. in the morning, Pacific time, because for the students in Middle East, it's around 6 at night or 8 at night, depending on where they're based. And then for the students in Asia, it might be even 11 or midnight, and we record it, but most of them do show up. But we even start our lectures here sometimes at 7 a.m. It's not literally us lecturing. It may be Stephen Gray in London, or the professor from Beijing lecturing in Beijing, but at 7 a.m. in the morning Pacific time, so that it's 10 o'clock for our New York students and Miami students. So the teacher says, wow, I have all of these international students. Let me go ahead and just proactively set my buffer. And they'll set their buffer for like 7 to 10 seconds. And as a student, you don't even know they've done it. But what's literally happening is it's like on a TV cast in the United States where they don't want you to curse. So everything has a delay. And the delay, so it says buffer DEL, delay. So the teacher says something, and then 9 seconds later, you hear it. Why? Well, for anybody who knows about the internet, what happens when I'm talking is you get all these little packets. So my conversation may be 200 packets broken down, 200 little sound packets, and with video packets. And these like video and sound packets are now streaming through the internet, going through all these switch boxes. And when you have static, staccato, so you only hear like this, but now you hear faster, and okay, just making an example, but you hear like that. It's because the little packets aren't arriving in a steady stream one after another. Like you get a group of packets, and then nothing, nothing, nothing. Now you get another group of packets, nothing, nothing. Now you get a big group of packets. Okay. So if I set a delay, it gives a chance for my packets on my side to connect together, and then to connect together and flow through the internet together, and then arrive on your side together. So if you use like a radio program online like I do, like Last.fm, or you use YouTube, before it actually shows you the video, it'll usually say buffering. What that really means is I'm allowing all the packets to collect together so that you see a constant steady stream as opposed to a staccato delivery of packets of information, so that it's like that, where the voice just stops. Okay, so the teacher will do that on their side if they have a lot of international students. If you, let's say you're on 64K, and that would be pretty low bandwidth. I don't even think we have that in the United States anymore, but let's say you're 128K, and for whatever reason lots of people are using it, you would tell the teacher, hey, instructor, would you please set your delay, your buffer, because it doesn't affect any other students' quality receiving it. And the only strangeness that occurs is you'll type the question into the teacher, and instead of the teacher usually instantly responding to it, obviously they'll be like, you type it now, and then 9 seconds later the teacher gets it because there's this delay, and then the teacher answers it. You know, if they answered it immediately, it'd be still 9 seconds later after they've received it that they answer it that you get it. So it's 18 seconds. So you have these like, so usually a teacher won't set 9 or 10 seconds. They'll set a 7-second delay or a 6-second delay. That's usually sufficient. We've had students in Samoa and all these other places, so we know Mega Meeting works for them. Okay, I think that's enough on Mega Meeting. I've covered all the aspects we covered in Monday and Wednesday's orientation. Let's go on to Tuesday and Thursday's orientation, part 2. And that's going to deal with our Westlaw. Sorry, not part 2. We're in the second part of part 1, Monday and Wednesday's lecture. We're going to go to Westlaw and look at our functionality, and then we're going to finish up with the library databases. Then we'll move on to part 2, the Tuesday and Thursday orientations. Yeah. I'm going to open on my screen, firstly, the basic Westlaw sign-on screen. Now, you've received this in links in your tutorial of how I start the program. The website address, and I know it's very small on your screen, so let me go ahead and type that website address into the chat box on the record screen. So that would be http://lawschool.westlaw.com/twin. You don't have to put the /twin in there. It's just we're using Twin as our course software. You may want to go straight to Westlaw Research, whatever. You don't have to put the Twin in there. Now, we go to lawschool.westlaw.com. It gives me the screen that I'm looking at right now. And the first time you come into Westlaw with your Westlaw ID that Mr. Ross or the library has sent you, you have to register it. When you register it, the purpose of registration is to set up